right, so this is lipids. Here we go. Classwork. If you click more, there's the macromolecules. By the way, I gave credit for the proteins to everybody. So lipids, let's do lipids. Here is the sheet. And on this worksheet, there is a nutritional food label that you would find on most foods. Of course, a lot of companies are doing this, but it's still not required. So you are basically going to read the sheet right here and answer the questions. So the first question is, how much saturated fat is in the piece of cheddar cheese? So if we move down right here, it says 5 grams. So we just type 5 grams. Well, 5 G's, but that's grams. All right. So what percentage of cholesterol does one serving contain? So it says here's cholesterol, 10%. So 10% is that answer. So 1 ounce of cheese is 1 slice, and 1 slice is 1 serving. What percentage daily value of protein would you receive if you ate 3 slices? All right, so let's go down to protein. Percentage, it's 12. So 12 times 3, and 12 and 12 is 24. 36, very good. 36%. So how many ounces of cheese would you eat before you have exceeded the recommended percentage of total fat for the day? Um, how many ounces? All right, so here we go. We're a little, here it is. Percentage values are down here. Daily values are based on a 2,000 calorie diet. So we're looking at total fat. We don't want to exceed 65 grams. So we have 9 grams in 9 grams. To figure this out, 64 divided by 9 would be 7.11. So I would say 7. Well, 7 servings would be too much. All right, so what is the maximum number of grams of fat you should eat in a day? So it says 65. But it's the maximum number of grams of cholesterol. 300 milligrams. Yeah, cholesterol's a bad fat. According to this nutrition label, what percentage of total calories is in the cheese or calories from fat? So Again, it's 65. Oops, I don't want the 8. 65 grams. Stupid to ask it over and over. All right, so in this chart, you are given information for each person. And what you're going to do is take this amount in percentage of fat before and percentage of fat after and subtract it. So the first one would be 1, 47 and 47 is 0. 26 and 28 would be 2. 29 and 31 is 2. 33 to 37 would be 5. 29 to 34, is that 5 also? 30, 31, 32, 33. Yeah, that's 5. Have to do it the kindergarten way. 41 from 45 is 4. 30 to 34 is 4. 29 to 34, 5. 32 to 38 is 6. 40 to 46 is 6, and 19 to 28. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 9. All right, so we are going to create a graph using this table. So we just highlight it, Control C to copy. Oh, no. No. Okay, we need to go File, New Spreadsheet. And we're going to click on the box and do Control V. And everything is out here for us. Yay. So now to create a chart, we insert chart. All right, so once you have copied the data over there, you go to insert chart. Right. And this chart will pop up for you. You see how nice Excel is? It does all the work for you. So now I'm going to copy this label and make it the title. I click here and the title's over here on the right. And I just copied and pasted it up here. Are you with me? What? It's fine. It's fine. But you get the idea. Did you ever do a graph before? Oh, good. This is a skill a lot of people want nowadays. So it helps me at school with my job. Um, I track everybody. I track your attendance. I track your grades. You know, the one nice thing about Anchor is we don't follow the attendance rules if you're doing all your work. If you're doing your work, we'll give you the credit. Just so you guys are new, so you don't know that, but I'm telling you. How do what? Say it again? Yeah, of course you can. All right, let me look at the rest of this. Is there anything else on here? Oh, okay. So then there's some questions here. All right. If someone was eating 48 grams of fat, what would their percentage change in mass be in a month? Oh, that's a math problem. We could figure it out, but it's going to take me too long. So don't worry about that one. If see, only people that join in get special consideration. If a participator wanted 3% change in fat, how many grams of fat should they eat a day? All right, so we use the chart. 3%, about 75 is the answer. 75. If an average Joe increased his fat intake to 55 grams, what would the change? So there might not be a change because that's lower than our starting figure of 65. Might not be a change. I spelled it wrong. Oh well. All right. So here is another graph. Um, can I get this? All right. So we're copying this. We're file, new spreadsheet. We're pasting this in here. And we are going to insert another chart. Ah, that's a beautiful chart. It's this is the title. Let's call this amount. Oh, did I get it? No. Amount of blood name the spreadsheet. So, back to the questions. Use the following to graft. Okay, we made a graft. Is there any human on Earth with uh, zero cholesterol? The answer is nope. Everybody needs cholesterol. I think I've talked about this before, but our body, our cells are made up of lipids, and they form the boundary that keeps all the good stuff inside, and they're like gatekeepers. There are proteins that are embedded in a dual layer lipid wall around each cell. So everybody needs cholesterol. Cholesterol also helps with brain development. So it is very important for children to have cholesterol in their diet. Um, all right, so that one already says that. As blood cholesterol increases, what happens to a person's likelihood of developing cardiovascular disease or a heart attack? Um, uh, Increase in cholesterol also increases the risk of heart disease and stroke. The number that your blood cholesterol should be at as an adult is less than 200. My mother always hated me, not not really, but because even though I'm big, my blood cholesterol is low. I'm looking up right now. I had blood work in October, and lipid profile. My lipid profile. Hello. I'm waiting for it to come up. All right. My cholesterol was 142. So I am good. And I don't have a risk of heart disease or stroke. Knock on wood, thank God. My triglycerides, tri means three, glycerides are fats, is 133, and it's supposed to be less than 150. So I'm good again. And then the LDH is 88, which is low density lipids, LDL, and it's supposed to be less than 130. So I am good, thank God. So, based on the research, if you have 180, what is your likelihood? You're good because it's less than 200. If you want to get healthier and decrease your likelihood of heart disease to 10%, what should your cholesterol be? Well, let's go back up to this chart. And here, this one, 154, because 9 is closest to 10. So 154. What happens to your risk of heart attack or stroke when it's higher than um, your risk increases above 200? All right, so you got a little anatomy in there. You learned about cholesterol, I hope, and that's the whole sheet. Oh, the last question says, what happens to your risk if you're higher than 200? Well, you should be below 200, so of course your risk is going to increase for any amount above 200. So when you're young, you are so lucky because you don't really have to worry about your cholesterol levels. But it's interesting. They did a study back during the Vietnam War with the soldiers that had died, checking their cholesterol levels. And, most of the soldiers were young. They were 18, 19, 20 years old, so they were supposed to be healthy. And no, they found out, their cholesterol was already high and they were already showing risks of heart disease. So um, it's never too early to double check your amounts. So, anyway, you good? Number 4. Oh, if you want to get healthier and decrease your likelihood of heart disease to 10%, what should your cholesterol be? 154. Yeah, we're done with this one.